Hey everybody, Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore. And here it is, time for the fourth division, the fourth section. I don't know, I try to come up with a new word for it each time because the first time I did it, it turned out to be different than the length of the next one. So I couldn't say first week, second week anymore. It just had to be fourth sequel to the Carnivore Challenge, the 30-day Carnivore Challenge, part 2. Fourth sequel. This is already a sequel, just the challenge itself. But yeah, me and Marshall are doing a second 30-day challenge. In this case, Marshall's not eating almonds because he felt guilty for doing that in the last round. And, you know, he also saw that it was the best way to live, so he figured he'd just keep going. But yeah, let's go check out what happened for these 5 days. We're doing day 15, well, 16. 15 was the end of last time. 16 to 20. So let's check it out, see how we did. Hey everybody, it is Tuesday, which is day 16, and yeah, we're more than halfway there. Although, I mean, I guess really we're all the way through into the second challenge, so it doesn't really mean a lot. We're at 45 days or 46. So anyways, today was all right. I didn't take the time to make food like I should have in the morning. And so when it was time to leave, I went, oh crap, I don't have anything ready. So I grabbed, we had 3 bratwurst hot dogs in the fridge. I cooked those super fast in the air fryer, and I ate those on my way to work. And then when I got to work, I took hamburger patties that I had there, and I warmed those up in the microwave, 4 of them, which I think adds up to 1 pound of beef. And I ate that for the rest of my lunch, the little space in between of the drive to work. And I had brought some more hot dogs, those bratwursts, with me to work, just in case. I didn't know if I'd be hungry, and I just felt like eating them at about 7. I didn't really need to. I wasn't hungry, but I felt like eating them. And since it was just meat, I figured it was fine. So I warmed 3 of those up in the microwave, and I had those. So I had 6 hot dogs and 4 hamburger patties for food today. And I don't know, it was good. Sometimes I wonder if I should avoid hot dogs because, you know, it's, and sausage in general. Like, do I need to eat more fresh meat and less of the stuff that's preserved? Would it be better for me? Would I be losing weight if I was doing that? Because I'm not doing the weight loss thing really yet. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to experiment on that coming up in the upcoming week or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to eat all the ones that I've got, though, get those gone and out of the way before I can start experimenting. So give it a little bit of time. Let's see what Marshall Latham ate today and did.
It's worked pretty well for me doing the skipping breakfast and eating later in the day, kind of the swap that I made earlier. So for lunch, I was going to have a couple pieces of steak and a piece of roast that were left over from dinners last week. And I was just going to eat those up for lunch. But my wife called, she was doing something else and said, hey, do you want to go to lunch today? So I said, sure. And then it was like, okay, where are we going to go that I can eat? And so we ended up going to Panda Express, and I had their teriyaki chicken without the teriyaki sauce on it. Just a large a la carte of that. And that was really tasty and really good and filled me up for the day. Well, for a while anyways. And then that night when I went home, we had shish kebabs. So I had some chicken again with that, but also several steak shish kebabs. Now, I shish kebab. Some of the shish kebabs had vegetables on it, peppers, onions, that kind of thing. And but I, of course, just had kebabs with only meat on it, just full of steak, full of chicken, and had that for dinner, and that was good. And I was done eating, and didn't eat again the rest of the day. So that seems to be working out. I wasn't that hungry in the morning, so it wasn't like I was starving and waiting to eat for lunch. So I did pretty well with that. So happy about that. And yeah, hopefully this will continue and we'll just move along home.
All right, there you go. Thanks, Marshall. Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Hey, everybody. It is day 17, Wednesday. And I was thinking a little bit about what I was saying yesterday about trying to eat more fresh meat and less sausage and stuff. So I figured I got to get rid of the sausage that I've got. And I've got a fair amount. So I ate a lot of it today. First of all, I took the last half of a tube of chorizo that I had, and I cooked that up in some eggs, and I had some bacon, and I ate that for my breakfast this morning. I also threw 3 of those bratwursts that I had into the air fryer and cooked those up. I think I ate those actually first. I was waiting for the other stuff to cook, and I had those already cooked. So that's what I had this morning. Then later on in the day, I took the hot dogs with me again, and I had another 3 of those hot dogs for my dinner. Oh, another thing that I did was I went to the store and I got myself some soda water. Same soda water that I usually get. I just walked in, grabbed the package of it. It's a little, plastic wrapped 6-pack of bottles. And I bought it, got in the car, started driving, cracked one of them open, and I went, what does that smell? Why does it smell fruity? And then I took a drink of the soda, and it was fruity. And I was just like, what in the crap is going on here? I've had these things 1,000 times, and there wasn't fruity taste to them. They were just soda water. They were straight up club soda, whatever the actual word for it is. Sparkling water, seltzer water, carbonated water. Anyways, yeah, so I looked at the bottle and it had a big picture of a pineapple on it because it was pineapple flavored stuff. Didn't really taste a whole lot like pineapple, but it was enough of a taste that obviously I could taste it there, and I was not pleased with that. I was not going to risk, it's not real. There's no sugar or even, I don't know that there's even much in that way of artificial sweeteners with something like that, but I was not going to risk it. So, which was a bummer because I had 5 more of these to go, but I took them to work and I put them on the little table where, free to take table, opened it up and spread them out there, and it didn't take long before they were gone. So that was good, I guess. I treated all my coworkers, or 5 of my coworkers anyways, to some free sodas. But that's a bummer because I guess I'll have to go get some new gas for my soda stream. I ran out a little while ago, and I've just not gone back and got new CO2 tubes to replace the old ones. So I guess that's what I'll have to do because it looks like my soda that I have been doing every now and then has become sweetened soda, and that's not good. So anyways, that's day 17. See if I can get rid. I have a few more sausages that I got to eat tomorrow. And then hopefully I will be all done with sausage and I can start doing some good old fresh meat. Anyways, what did Marshall do today? Let's see.
Today was a really good day. This not eating breakfast is working out pretty good for me, especially today. I've had this couple pieces of steak and a piece of roast that I've been going to eat for the last couple days. And yesterday, as I reported, I went to lunch with my wife. But today, at at work, it was like wall-to-wall meetings. And I don't often have days like that, but today was one of those days. So I was in meetings from 10:30 till 5 o'clock. And no break for lunch. Well, there was a break for lunch, but it was supplied by somebody that we were meeting with. One of our contractors brought in lunch, and that's always a dangerous thing for Carnivore. But luckily it was barbecue, so I didn't have to worry about anything. I grabbed a bunch of shredded chicken, I grabbed a bunch of shredded brisket, just piled it on my plate. Didn't put any sauce on it, didn't put any beans on it. That was hard. I love barbecue baked beans, or whatever you want to call that. That's one of my favorites. So it was really hard not to partake of the baked beans. The rolls, I could have passed on the rolls, but those baked beans was kind of a tough push. And then I kind of wanted to put barbecue sauce on it too, but that wasn't as hard to pass up as the other, because the meat tasted good without the barbecue sauce. So anyway, that's what I did. And then I went back for a second helping, because everybody had gone through and there was plenty of meat left. So I went ahead and went and filled up my plate again with chicken and brisket, and just had a bunch of meat. And it was so good that by the time I was coming home, and I did have a little baggie of jerky and a little bit, like a few pieces of summer sausage. But I brought my lunch home to put in the fridge. Or maybe I was thinking I was going to eat the steak and the roast for dinner. But I had some of the jerky and the summer sausage in the car on the way home. And I said, you know what? I'm full. I didn't even need that really. And so I'll eat that steak and roast tomorrow. So it was almost a one meal a day kind of thing. But then I did have a couple little Baby Bell cheese pieces when I got home. But the family was having hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, and I could have had the hot dog, but I wasn't hungry for it, so why eat it? So that's really working well for me. Of course, it was a bonus to have all that extra meat today. But one of the other challenges, so I went to a different meeting in the afternoon, and I was sitting in the back of the room, and they had some cookies and some pop, and I had brought my own water, so that wasn't a problem. But that was the only place for me to sit, and the cookies were right behind me, and I could smell the cookies as we were going through this meeting. And I like cookies, or what, but anyway, I just kept smelling it. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna suck, because this meeting was like a huge long meeting. And so I eventually reached behind me and closed the cookie thing, so I wouldn't have to smell it. And eventually other people came and opened it. I smelt it again, but they closed it again, so that was nice.
All right, there you go. Thanks, Marshall. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, everybody. It is day 18, which is Thursday. And this morning I finished off all my sausages. So the bratwurst, I had 3 left. I had those for breakfast, and along with some bacon. Cooked that up, had that, for breakfast, for lunch. It was midday when I ate it. And then after that, I cooked up 5 pounds of ground beef in the chub, cooked the whole thing, and put it all in a container and took it with me to work. And when I was at work, I broke out maybe a pound worth of that and ate it, probably less than a pound. I don't know. I took a large chunk and put it in a bowl, and I ate that. I ought to measure what that comes out to. But anyways, so had ground beef, hot dogs, and bacon. And that was my meals for the day. So I've gotten rid of my sausage. Still have lots of bacon though. Does bacon count as, processed meat like sausage? Do do I need to eat all that and just try it? I was thinking about trying, maybe this is what I'll do after the carnivore challenge is over, but I was thinking about doing just a pure, ground beef for a month. See what that does. Other than make me think, boy, I should try something else. I guess we shall see. But I may get to that beforehand. We'll have to see. I don't know. Anyways, that's what I did for my day. And let's see what Marshall did.
This is going to become kind of a running joke, I think. So on day number 18, my plan was once again for lunch to have steak and roast that I've had, that I've been going to eat for the last 3 days, going on 3 days now. But the water department had a Cinco de Mayo breakfast, brunch, burrito thing going on. And so they put on a pretty good spread. So about 11 o'clock, I made sure I was at the water department, and they had eggs, and just plain eggs. They had eggs with chorizo in it. They had bacon. They had sausage, cheese. They had a bunch of other stuff too. The beans and the veggies and whatever else. But that's what I had, was the 2 kinds of eggs, scrambled eggs with just the regular eggs and the chorizo eggs, and the bacon and the sausage. And I even went back and got a little bit more. So I had a really big meal, a little bit earlier than I was planning on eating, but not that much earlier. It was worth it to go have that. But the one thing that I had to turn down, because there's several authentic Mexican people here at the water department, and they always make a big deal out of Cinco de Mayo, and every one of their spreads here is usually Mexican themed, which is great because I love the food. And somebody had gone to, shoot, I can't remember what it's called, what the Spanish name for it, but it was basically it was pretty much a Mexican bakery. And, it had the standard type pastries that any kind of a bakery would have. But they said, no, this is Mexican bread, man. It's so good. You have to try it. This is your only chance to have authentic Mexican bread. So first of all, I'm like, well, it's not my only chance. I could go get some myself if I wanted to. But there were these, the only one that really tempted me a little bit was they had these strawberry coconut bread roll things. And so it was like a swirl, like a roll kind of. And somebody said it tasted kind of like one of those strawberry zingers, with the coconut and the strawberry flavor with the zinger. But then the other person said, oh, no, don't compare it to Hostess. These are so much better than that. This is, whatever. So, but I never tried it. But they didn't push me too hard. They just said, oh, you really need it. This is your only chance. This is your chance to have good bread. But I didn't have it. I just had the meat and the eggs, and that was good. I enjoyed that a lot. So I had a pretty big meal, but I did have, my family had tacos tonight also, Cinco de Mayo. So I had some taco meat, for dinner time, and just mixed in some sour cream with that. And that's all I did with that. And it was good. I enjoyed that. So that's my report for day number 18. Going strong. I'm really, feeling good about the intermittent fasting. I'm getting close to 18 hours every day of fasting, and I'm doing fine with just the 2 meals or just 1 meal. It depends on how much I eat. So yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I'm really kind of feel like I'm getting into the swing of things, and it's just becoming naturally what I do and what I expect and what my body expects. So that's how it's supposed to be, right? I think so. Things are going well.
Thanks, Marshall. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Hey, everybody. It is Friday, which is day 19, and it was a good day. This morning I went out, had to get an oil change for my daughter's car, And so I was at the store with time to kill. I was at Walmart. I got my oil change at Walmart, which meant I was wandering around Walmart. Time to kill, which is, that's probably not a good thing for me, because what I wound up doing was buying a bag of pork rinds and eating the whole thing. So that was sort of my breakfast this morning. I tried to eat bacon and eggs, my usual bacon and eggs that I have, and I couldn't get through it all. Most of the eggs were left over. I'll have to eat them tomorrow, I guess, because I couldn't finish them. I was so stuffed. I felt just, as I tried to finish that bacon and eggs, couldn't do it. Anyways, yeah, so I did that. Then later I had some more of that ground beef that I cooked up yesterday. Another pound of the 5 pounds. There's probably 3 pounds left in the little container now. Brought it home so that I could eat it over the weekend. And yeah, it's a good day. No problems. Nothing to really remark about. Let's see what Marshall did.
I finally ate the steak and roast that I've been carrying around for the last 3 days. I had that for lunch today, along with some jerky and some cheese, and didn't eat anything till later at night. And I cooked up some scrambled eggs with some breakfast sausage, and put 5 eggs in there, put that heavy cream, a little bit of that in there, and it just, it was made a huge helping, which was great, and the sausage was good. And yeah, that's what I had to eat today. So continuing on with the intermittent fasting and the 2 meals a day, and no snacks in between. It's really working out well. We'll see how it goes tomorrow, which is a Saturday. But yeah, happy with how things are going, and I'll keep moving right along.
All right, thanks, Marshall. All right, see you next time, folks. Hey, folks, it's Saturday, day 20, and it was an interesting day. We went to my son's first swim meet this morning. Hadn't eaten before we left. So while we were there, they have a snack bar there, and I was okay. I probably could have been fine waiting, but they had these things called Gator Bites, because the Gators is what his swim team mascot is. And I was just like, what are these? And I asked the people at the snack bar as my daughter was getting a hot dog and a soda. And they said it was pork belly, barbecue pork belly. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to have some of that. So I got myself an order that I probably shouldn't have. I mean, it was $6, I think, for a tiny little bit of meat. But it was good. It was really tasty. So I ate that. There was something else that I ate. I can't think of what it was. When I got home and dropped my daughter off, because we left a little early from the swim meet, I dropped her off and then went back to go to the end of it. I ate I think I just ate some ground beef. Holy crap, why can't I remember? Anyways, yeah, so that's what I had. And then after the swim meet, we went to Culver's is the name of the restaurant. It's kind of a fast food joint that does ice cream as well, a lot like a Dairy Queen. And my family got a bunch of crap, and I asked them how much it was to just get a hamburger patty. They're like, oh yeah, we sell them separately. It's just $4 for one. And I just thought, wait, what? Like, it's $3.89 for the whole burger. You're going to charge me $4 just for the patty? So I just said, nah, forget it. I'll just eat later when I got home. And when I did, I ate. That's when I ate ground beef. I ate ground beef when I swear there was something that I ate. Was it bacon? Maybe that was it. I think I got home and I cooked some bacon up real quick and I ate that. And then later I had ground beef. So that's what I had today. Yeah, it was kind of a taxing day. It was hotter than frick out there at the swim meet. It's midsummer like temperatures this weekend in Houston. So that sucked. But yeah, I'm doing well. Kept up my thing, and we're still going. So see you guys tomorrow. Oh wait, Marshall, what did Marshall do?
Today was a Saturday, so I was worried that it would be harder for me not to eat breakfast on a weekend because I'm not as busy as I would be on a work day. But it wasn't too hard at all to wait until around 11:30, 12 o'clock to eat some food. And so cooked up a bunch of sausage links and grabbed a bunch of those, and then cooked some about 4 eggs in the sausage grease or whatever. And yeah, had eggs and sausage for breakfast. That was really, really good. Kept me busy through most of the day. So that was all right. I had something else I was going to say right then. I just lost it. That's okay. So then later on for dinner, I had, there was some chicken breast meat, which, you know, legs and thighs and skin is better, but we didn't have any of that. So I wrapped it, put some cheese in there and wrapped it in some ham, and kind of like a inside out chicken cordon bleu kind of thing. So I had made up some of that, and I had that for dinner. And later on, I did make up some cream cheese fluff. My wife was cooking lemon bars. My daughter was doing a bake sale for her drama class. They were doing a play tonight, and they were doing a bake sale to raise up some money. So my wife was making a bunch of lemon bars all day. And so I was smelling that all day. And, you know, the kids were sampling and stuff. And I was really tempted to eat the lemon bars. But of course I didn't, because I'm doing the challenge. But yeah, I did give in and have some cream cheese fluff later on in the evening. So, I mean, I guess it depends on when I eat the next day, but I probably won't get a full 18 hours in for intermittent fasting because I had that cream cheese fluff later in the day. But anyway, you know, you gotta, you know, it's better to cheat with something like that than it is to give in and have the lemon bars. So there you go. That's day 20, and yeah, boy, this thing's almost over again. So yeah, doing good. I feel like I've captured what needs to happen for this intermittent fasting and doing the carnivore challenge at the same time.
Okay, now I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, so there you go. That was days 16 to 20, and we're both cruising along. We're both really doing well. You know, it's gets to be a habit. Anything gets to be a habit after a while, and as long as you put your mind to it, sometimes it's hard to start, as I proved by being unable to start forever and ever and ever until I finally challenged Marshall to do this. And by doing that, I actually gave myself the motivation or whatever it takes to get my butt in gear. And yeah, it is in 4th gear now, man. I am doing so good. It's pretty easy. My blood sugar is looking great. I don't think I've mentioned this at any time in any of these videos. Maybe I have, I don't know. But my belt, I had to tighten it down. I haven't lost really any weight, but I had to tighten my belt down a little bit. I think when I started these 30-day challenges, so 45, no, I guess we're at 50 days now. 50 days ago, I was on the very last belt loop, or yeah, no, what do they call them? The very last hole in the belt. And it was tight, it was painful. The friggin' belt buckle would stick up into my gut and poke me. And although that still kind of happens because the dumb belt buckle is just foobar, so it twists on me as I have it on, and then the square buckle is turned sideways and it's poking up with the corner of my... Anyways, but yeah, I'm down to 2. I was on the very last, now I'm on the 3rd. I can be on the 3rd hole without too much trouble, which that's a big deal. But yeah, I wonder what it is. Well, you know, I haven't lost weight, Is it just that I was really unhealthy, or did I need to do something else? I've been thinking about that a lot. You've heard me mention it in all those videos. Do I need to stop eating sausage? I like sausage, and I've been actually eating a fair amount of it. Sausage and pork rinds. I've never eaten those that much in the past, and this time I am. Maybe that's my issue. I thought about it. I tried to eat all the sausage that I had so that I could get to just eating fresh meat, and then I just got more sausage. So I decided that I'm gonna do that as my next 30-day challenge. I'm gonna go super hardcore. I went kind of hardcore this time around, where in the past I would allow myself cheese and that kind of dairy products, and I decided this time no dairy at all. It's always a slippery slope, really, for me. Get the dairy, and then pretty soon I'm eating candy. So I decided no dairy. So now I'm gonna go full hardcore. That'll be later. No, that'll be the next 30 days when we finish this 30 days. So I guess I got 10 days to enjoy myself some sausages and some bacon and whatnot. And then it's just going to be straight up ground beef for a month. What will that do to me? Will that get me going? Will I start losing weight then? I don't know. I think if it does, then maybe I'll stick with it. If it doesn't, maybe I'll really decide it's time to get into the alternate day fasting again. Although I'm not even sure if that'll work if your body's not healed, because I tried to do alternate day fasting. I did it for about a month back in December, and I didn't lose any weight back then either. So, I don't know. It may just be that I treated myself so badly that I'm going to have to heal for a long time. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I'm doing well. I'm eating good in the neighborhood, and I guess I do have to eat sardines before this is over. So we'll have to see how that goes. Marshall looked like he had a lot of temptations this week, huh? A lot of those stinking work meeting kind of things. Worked out well in some cases. He had barbecue as the food. Every now and then, those kind of things work out nice. I've had that happen to me too. One time during the pandemic, that's when it was, Ruth Chris Steakhouse sent us all these freaking beautiful steaks. Just thanks for bringing us the news kind of a thing. They sent it to the station, and oh man, that was the best day ever for free food. But mostly, unfortunately, it's cookies, it's candy, it's cake. That's the way it's at work for me right now. The whole Great Resignation thing is going like crazy where I'm working. Everybody's quitting, it seems. Pretty soon I'm going to be running the place all by myself. But there's a cake saying goodbye to somebody. I swear it feels like every day. If I didn't already have diabetes, all these cakes would give me diabetes. But since I'm doing carnivore, I'm not eating any of those cakes, so I'm doing just fine. I don't even go over there, which is, part of my strategy. I don't go over to look at the cake, much less smell it, which poor Marshall had to do, as he had the cookies right behind him, and it was just flooding him with the smell. That is tough, the smell, because smells are real triggers. So, avoiding that, as best you can is a good idea. It was smart of Marshall to have gotten up and closed the lid on the dang thing so we didn't have to smell it the whole time, because that can be really frustrating, really difficult. I was pretty excited to hear that Marshall had himself some eggs with chorizo. He joined Big Anklevich in that. I've been having that so much since we started these challenges that it's pretty good. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much all that I have for you today. Thanks for coming and checking us out here on Big Anklevich on Health. and we'll see you next time. Bye.